A YouTube personality called Chris Chan has just been arrested in Virginia on, of all things, incest charges. Authorities say Chan was having sex with his 79-year-old mother who has dementia. Chris Chan is a biological man, but he identifies as a woman. Reportedly, Virginia authorities initially went along with that. They classified Chris Chan as a female, and that means Chris Chan, who is an accused sex criminal, would have been housed in a women's jail. We understand that decision has been reversed, likely due to public pressure. It became public, unfortunately, for the state of Virginia, and Chan is now being considered a man by the jail. But this is not an isolated incident. Many prisons in this country do house biological men with women. This is something we predicted, many predicted, and were laughed at. Kara Dansky is one of the people who predicted this. She's the president of the U.S. chapter of the Women's Human Rights Campaign, and she joins us tonight. Kara, thanks so much for coming on. I remember very vividly when you said on our air, if we don't put the brakes on this, we're going to get men housed in women's prisons, and you were called hysterical or silly or whatever. Now you're actually seeing it happen. What's your reaction to it?
Absolutely. We know for a fact that California passed SB 132 last year. It went into effect in January of this year. We see approximately 300 applications from male prisoners to be housed in a women's prison in California. We approximate that 20 of them have been granted. There are 20 men being housed in women's prisons in California now, as far as we know. We suspect that none of the applications has been denied. We also know that in Washington state, approximately 9 male convicted felons are being housed in a women's prison. One of those men has been convicted of multiple murders of women, and another one of those men has been convicted of raping a 12-year-old girl. We know that in states all over this country, there are various policies or actual statutory laws on the books that allow for this, in fact, mandate it.
I mean, I'm not in the habit of, carrying the banner for prison inmates, but this is cruel and unusual. And even if you've been convicted of a crime as a woman, you have an expectation that you're not going to be raped in jail. I mean, has anyone brought this to court? It's so over the top, outrageous.
A couple things. One is, yes, these women are being held under absolutely torturous conditions, and there's some reporting coming out that are saying these women are absolutely terrified. It has also been preliminarily reported that one woman in a California prison has been pregnant, and that the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation is distributing condoms. Now, what this tells to me is not only that do California prison officials understand and anticipate that these men will be raping these women, they also understand that these people being transferred to women's prisons are not women, they are men. It completely uncovers the lie that, quote unquote, trans women are men, or trans women are women, and California prison officials know that.
Well, sure, if everyone in the prison was female, you probably wouldn't be distributing condoms at taxpayer expense.
The reason that they are doing this is because, yes, exactly. If these prisoners being transferred were women, pregnancy would not be a concern. This should be obvious to everyone. But the problem is that most people in America have no idea that this is going on.